I remember the day so clearly, the way the sun seemed to mock me, casting long shadows over my broken heart. My beloved dog Max was more than a pet. He was my confidant, my solace in a world that often felt cold and unforgiving. But that innocence was shattered when I found out what my neighbor had done. It was a quiet evening, and I noticed Max wasn't himself, lethargic, trembling, eyes filled with confusion. I rushed him to the vet, only to be told he'd been poisoned. The truth hit me like a blow to the chest. It was the neighbor. I remembered the smug look on her face when she brushed past me that morning, the subtle smirk as she made her way home. She had done this. She had taken my best friend and torn my world apart. Humiliated, I was cast aside by everyone around me. Friends whispered behind my back, calling me paranoid, a fool for trusting. My family, once supportive, looked at me with pity and disgust. The community turned away, unwilling to believe that someone they trusted could do such cruelty. I was left feeling small, broken, a disgrace to everything I'd ever known. But inside, something refused to die. Rage, yes, but also a fierce flicker of resolve. I decided then I would not be defeated by her darkness. I began to gather evidence quietly and meticulously. I watched her, recorded her suspicious behaviors, collected any proof that could stand against her lies. It was dangerous, exhausting work, but I knew I had to fight fire with fire. When I finally reported her to the authorities, I felt a tiny spark of hope ignite within me. The investigation was slow, painful, but it uncovered the truth. The poison, the brash confessions she made to friends about how she'd torn my family apart. Every piece of her cruelty was laid bare. Justice was slow, but it was inevitable. In the aftermath, I channeled my grief into something extraordinary. I poured my pain into creating a community initiative, a sanctuary for lost animals, a place where cruelty was confronted and compassion reignited. It became a movement, uniting families and friends, turning my tragedy into a powerful stand against injustice. Max's memory became a beacon of resilience, inspiring others to speak out and act. Years later, I returned to that small town, no longer the wounded girl I once was. I was stronger, more successful, and deeply transformed. I looked the neighbor in the eye at the town hall, where she sat desperately trying to cling to her false reputation. I felt no anger, only a quiet, unstoppable confidence. "You thought you could break me," I said softly, voice steady and unwavering. "You thought your cruelty would silence me forever, but I am here because I refuse to be defeated. Max's memory and your betrayal fueled my rise, and now I stand here, not just for him, but for every voice silenced by injustice." The room fell silent. Her face paled, realizing that I had become everything she had tried to destroy. My pain, once a weapon against me, had become my armor. My resilience was a testament to the fact that no darkness can drown the light when you choose to fight back. This is my revenge, not in anger, but in the quiet, relentless strength I carry within. I am unstoppable now, not because I have forgotten, but because I have risen stronger, kinder, and more determined than ever. And in that victory, I found my peace.